It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast. You know, on Saturdays, we play fun music and we feature great information at 993thevine.com with me, Big Rick Stewart, and music from my time at Live 105 and at KFOG. We also mix in some stories that I find kind of interesting, whether it's local music or food or tech or just kind of some cool things I think you ought to know about. It's always lots of fun. Fun music and great information happens every Saturday at 993thevine.com. And the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast features great information like this. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, fun music and great information. Hey, we're sending a big congratulations to Napa's own Jimmy Vasser, together with his co-owner, Sully Sullivan. Vasser Sullivan Racing in the IMSA racing world won their season championship in the GTD Pro class. And they had a Lexus, and they were working with Lexus Racing and all. That GTD Pro means that they look a lot like a Lexus, like they would look like a car that you could buy, but they're not exactly the same car. Anyway, that's really cool. Now, you may know that they were recently involved with Indy car racing, but they went full-time into IMSA, and they've done very well. They won the championship this year, which is really cool and really awesome, and that was kind of the goal. Now, there are rumors that the Vasser Sullivan folks are going to come back to IndyCar racing for the Indy 500. Maybe not a full season yet, but they're talking about coming back to the Indy 500 in 2024. It's been a couple years since they raced at the Indy 500. They've done very well. In fact, Jimmy has done so well that he was actually the series champion in 1996. Lots of top 5 finishes that year, and he won the overall championship. And he's raced at Laguna Seca and won, and he's raced at places like Long Beach and won. So Jimmy knows what he's doing, and he's got a really good race team. They just won this championship, and they may be coming back to the Indy 500. That'd be really cool. We'll have to wait and see about sponsors and announcements and drivers and more. In the meantime, Jimmy and his family, with his sister Vicky, involved with V12 Wines, V12vineyards.com here in Napa Valley. Hopefully they had a good harvest and some good winemaking is happening, and that'd be so awesome to see Jimmy and drivers back at the Indy 500 have somebody local to root for. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hope harvest is going well for everybody. If you're directly involved or not so much directly involved, in some way we're all involved, right? This is really cool. This is UC Davis, and they sometimes have things that are available to the public. This is one of those things. UC Davis Grape Day is happening November 16th. You guys sign up and get tickets and all that stuff. What is this all about? It happens on the UC Davis campus, and as you might expect, it is part of the UC Davis wine folks and their faculty, and they present speakers and they talk about all kinds of different things. Speakers include farm advisors, cooperative extension specialists, and of course UC Davis faculty. Some of the topics being covered at UC Davis Grape Day: satellite-based tools to track vineyard water use and stress for irrigation management. That's cool. Countywide blue-green sharpshooter trapping in Sonoma and Napa counties. Adapting wine grape production to climate change through trellising and irrigation, and they have a couple other things about climate change there. And improving weather data for addressing frost and heat and all the things that affect vineyards. Now, you might say, well, I don't know. That's not my job. I work at a winery or something. But look, what if you went to Grape Day and you acquired all this information? And the next time they were doing promotions, they're like, she knows a lot about this because she went to Grape Day, and so maybe she could get a promotion. See, it adds to your overall knowledge. And besides, this is like where we live, and this is interesting stuff. wineserver.ucdavis.edu. How's that for a website? You can get information there. wineserver.ucdavis.edu. It's happening November 16th. And learn all about it. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack, fun music and great information. Okay, iPhones get all the attention and the love, but hey, Google Pixel 8 has some pretty cool features on this brand new phone. This is from petapixel.com. A new AI function. It's called Best Take. Check this out. It allows users to replace people's faces with better versions. Oh my God. Okay, well, how would this work? You know, like you take a group photo, say of like 10 people. Somebody is not smiling. Somebody has their eyes closed. Somebody's looking kind of like in another direction. And somebody's just looking silly, whatever. Well, you can fix all this with AI on these Google Pixel 8 phones. You don't have to like take a whole bunch of photos and hope you get one and paste somebody's face on time. It does this for you. It's like amazing. They say it's hard enough to get a good picture of one person, let alone an entire family. You know, because people blink and all these other things, right? So with Google's Best Take feature, these problems are solved with the magic of AI. Wow. I mean, you should take like Photoshop and all kinds of stuff, but you just do it right there on your phone. That's pretty amazing. They say there is a unique charm to imperfection, you know, when somebody is looking silly, but you know, maybe you want everyone to be smiling and have their eyes open. What a family photo concept. All right, so check it out if you're into this kind of cool feature. Look for it on the Google Pixel 8 phone. Man, I wish my phone had this. I wish my camera had this. I love it. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. I'm Big Rick Stewart. Some of you are going to say, oh my God, give me a break, about 10 seconds from now. The folks over at the New York Post say that Gen Z has decided to leave phones at home and they're going for walks. And they say that this is called silent walking and it is a new trend. See, I told you, right? Oh my God, give me a break. All right. Well, you know, Gen Z's come up with all these things. And so I guess this is one of the latest movements. And of course, it got its start over on TikTok. The latest Gen Z movement, they say at the New York Post, involves not taking, you know, earbuds or your phone or anything with you and going for a walk without listening to podcasts or any sort of technological distraction. Now, podcaster, ironic, right? Mady Mayo takes credit for unintentionally starting a movement that she promises will, quote, change your life. Oh my God. On TikTok, she says that her boyfriend challenged her to go for a walk without any of these distractions. But now, all right, now hold off now. She says, look, the universe and your intuition comes to you through whispers. So if you're never alone with your thoughts, you never get quiet, you're going to miss out on these whispers. And if there's just stuff filling up your brain, there's no room for new stuff to get in there. Okay, I'll go with that. I mean, I kind of like having silent walks. You know, I don't think it's like a breakthrough or anything, but you know, whatever. And if you're saying, oh, come on, well, you're not alone, because somebody in the New York Post article says, is this real? This is just walking, like how people did it before technology. Yes, indeed it is. Enjoy your walks. You could listen to the Vine, though. I mean, I think that's okay. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Always fun music and great information. What's that thing they do on social media? People will post something. They'll say they don't really make a comment. They just say, I'm going to leave this right here. And, you know, it's supposed to be some influential thing or something. I feel like I should say that. I'm just going to leave this right here. This is from hackspirit.com. I had to read this article because it was 7 warning signs you're slowly becoming less likable as a person. Are you ready to hear these? I'm just going to leave this right here. All right, number 1, you're always talking about yourself. Number 2, you're flaky. Oh, I hate flaky people, right? They don't show up or they space out or something. Number 3, you never apologize. Number 4, you know what? Maybe if you apologize all the time, though, you're annoying because you're flaking out, whatever. Number 4, you gossip a lot. Yeah, I hate that. Number 5, you overuse your phone during interactions. Oh, when you're talking to somebody and you're like, blah, 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 and then they take out their phone, it's like, get that phone back in your pocket.
You interrupt others constantly. And number 7, you're very negative. They say, you ever notice how some people have a way of just darkening a sunny room? Constant negativity can do that. Whether it's constantly complaining, focusing on what could go wrong, or finding criticism just about everything, being a constant downer can really impact how others perceive you. Well, duh. So maybe don't do those things, or do them less. Or, maybe you never do them. Good for you. I'm Big Rick Stewart. I'll try not to do any of those. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information. Now, this is really useful information. You know what's great? A nice big bowl of pasta, right? With some red sauce or whatever. Oh my God, it's so good. You know what's not so great? When you try to reheat that. It kind of overcooks, it gets a little mushy. There's little tricks to doing it, but this is a trick I've never seen before. And I tried this, and guess what? It works great. I saw this at firstforwomen.com. Hey, I can read that website. All right, so here's the headline. Chef's lettuce leaf trick ensures that reheated pasta tastes as delicious the second time around. Okay, as you might guess, this involves reheating pasta and some lettuce leaves. And this is from chef and culinary consultant Emily Hansen. A surprise trick. She covers the pasta with a watery veggie like lettuce, and that keeps it a little bit moist, but not too moist, not like adding water or anything. And then reheats it. All right, so here's the deal. Transfer the pasta from an airtight container to a microwave-safe bowl. Place a leaf of romaine lettuce over the top of the pasta, cover with a microsafe lid or plastic wrap. So then, that keeps everything moist and all that. Cook at a medium-high heat for around 4 to 5 minutes before removing the lettuce and cover. Stir the pasta, cover, and cook another 1 to 2 minutes until hot. Cool for a couple minutes before you serve. Try it at different temperatures and times for, whatever size of pasta you're eating. But this actually works really good. Okay, here's one more tip I'll throw in, just because this is my tip. Reheat sliced pizza. Reheat this upside down in a nonstick pan, because then the toppings get hot and all melty and ooey gooey. All right, you got all that? Firstforwomen.com. Yes, that's the website I found this on. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine.
Well, those are some stories that I have featured on the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Tune in at 8 a.m. every Saturday at 99.3thevine.com. I'm Big Rick Stewart here. Music from my days at Live 105 and KFOG, some current songs, lots of surprises and more. It's always lots of fun. We have a 10 at 10, a Beatles brunch at noon. It happens all day. The Wine Country Saturday soundtrack and the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack podcast. Tell your friends, and thanks for listening to this podcast, and thanks for checking out 99.3thevine.com.